Hello there, it's Tuesday the 18th of February 2025 and today I'm here in North Yorkshire at Harlow Carr Gardens. That's RHS Harlow Carr. The RHS is the Royal Horticultural Society, and I've come today to have a look around the gardens in winter. But also to specifically film the winter walk, which I'm at the kind of top end of it here. So it's planned to specifically to show how you can have lots of colour during winter. You don't need to just come to a garden in spring or summer or autumn. You can have lots of colour in winter. So the time is I forgot to have a look what time it was. Around about 1 p.m. I think in the afternoon. It's temperature's about 2 Celsius, so it's still quite cold, which is what, 35 Fahrenheit, something like that, 34, 35 Fahrenheit. And there's a slight easterly wind that is keeping things really quite cool. So let's have a walk down and see down this winter walk and see what's in flower, what's showing itself off at this time of year. So you can see that we've got these lovely Tibetan cherries here, beautiful winter bark, that lovely copper colour. And then we've got dogwoods with, which are classic winter plant, whether it's this lovely lime green, or then you've got this more purpley colour, and then it's really fiery, kind of yellowy, going on to orange and red colour there. Really is fantastic. So let's just go on to wide angle. It's half term here in Yorkshire. I think I said I'm in North Yorkshire. I'm just on the edge of Harrogate, just north of Leeds, between Leeds and York. That lovely streamside area coming down. As you can see, the weather is cloudy, but it's forecast to kind of clear up, to get sunnier as the afternoon goes on. As you can see, we've got a little bit of hazy sun at the moment, so hopefully that will make some of these colours really ping out. There's a kind of education centre over there, but I'm more interested in these plants. Just look at the colours here, from these lovely kind of hay-coloured grasses to the winter flowering heathers there, more of these dogwoods, which really ping. Look at that contrast there between the red and the blue of the spruce. Absolutely amazing. So you got a willow here, you got these lovely little pussy willow. These look absolutely stunning, these little furry shoots there. Look at that orange, how that just really pings out at you. And then we've got witch hazels here. Might be a bit too windy and a bit too cold. Yeah, I can't really smell anything. It does have a scent. So we've got a kind of red one here. And over this side, got a beautiful yellow one there. That's just gorgeous. We've got some skimia just about to flower, late winter into spring, that'll start flowering. And I've just walked past this winter flowering honeysuckle, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you click on my video showing you around Sheffield Botanical Gardens, then they had the same there, but this one looks like an evergreen version. That is just... Again, the flowers aren't spectacular in, they're small, but the scent they throw out, I mean, I can stand back and still smell that. It's absolutely fantastic. Then we've got some bulbs coming through. I think you can see some dwarf iris over there coming through. I'm sure we'll see some snowdrops in a bit. Then you've got these conifers like this that colour up this colour in winter when it's cold and the frost hits it. You get this lovely kind of purpley, russety kind of colour. You know, it's not dying or anything, it's just the colour it turns in winter. And that will turn in summer. That'll probably be a complete green. It'll be completely different, look completely different. So here we've got, yeah, as I said, we've got some snowdrops. That witch hazel is just amazing. We've got some hellebores. Even the ivy is a variegated ivy that they've got on the ground to add that winter interest, keep that winter interest going. Just look at those lime green stems there, absolutely amazing. And then look at this Daphne, right. Oh yes, just stood here I can smell it. It's just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Oh, better still. Oh, smell-o-vision is a necessity. Whoever invents smell-o-vision is going to make Elon Musk look like a pauper. Winter flowering Daphnes are just, at this time of year, magic. Really are magic. And then we've got some pollarded willows there. And come round into a kind of more protected area with this wonderfully big, I think that's an oak. Absolutely huge, beautiful tree, that. Yeah. Let's carry on this winter walk. Again, just a contrast. You see, at this time of year, what you need, a contrast. Different colours working off each other. And again, so we've got, these lovely willow stems. And then we've got, again, more Daphne, just to add that scent all the way through. Oh. Smell at that. Go on, put your nose to the screen and smell that. Oh, fantastic. And then again, hellebores, these lovely purple, dark purple hellebores there. And look at that lime green against this dark green. And of course, there's going to be interest later on as well. So you've got prunus there, so that'll have lovely flowers, blossom come April, May time. So it's not just for winter, but the main focus is in winter's a winter garden. So from winter flowering heathers to conifers with different coloured foliage, to scented flowers, to brightly coloured stems, even just different, stems that have different patterns on them, like that Acer Davidii serpentine. And look at that, look at the cones on that up there. Let me zoom in a little bit. If you can see that against the sky. And again, just the foliage on that heather there and here. You don't need flowers. You don't need flowers to show colour. And then we've got Acer Griseum, classic Acer for this lovely peeling bark, which if the sun was out a little bit more, and the sun is just hiding behind a bit of a cloud up there, that will be all lit up. So, especially if you come early on in the morning and the sun's shining through those trees in winter, because the trees haven't got any leaves on, then that peeling bark just really glows. It's like it's on fire. And then classic, very common garden plant, choicea. Again, scented come June time when it flowers. I think it's about May. Lovely scent of flowers, kind of mock orange scent. But in winter, just look at the vibrancy that gives the area, contrasted with the what I think is what's that, rubus, which I think is a blackberry, with the kind of whitey blue stems on there, and then the red from the dogwood behind, and the flowers of the viburnum there. I'll just zoom in. Bodnatense, I think, or one of the varieties thereof. It's just absolutely fantastic. And then this side, classic for winter scent, Sarcococca. Again, just I can just stand here now and just smell that, the scent from that. These lovely little, again, the flowers are just so small, you don't really notice them unless you actually look for them. They are beautiful though, if you look at that close up. That really is absolutely beautiful. But because it doesn't hit you wham bam in your face, you tend not to notice it, but you do notice the scent. Absolutely fantastic. So again, more hellebores coming up. I must admit, a slight disappointment at the moment is, on a winter walk, something that's advertised as being a winter walk, I mean, there are some snowdrops around, but I would expect to see a lot more. I would expect to see a lot of this earth absolutely covered in snowdrops, and maybe that will happen over time. Maybe some of these look as though they're kind of quite newly planted underneath, to kind of accentuate that winter walk, the hellebores, etc. We've got some aconites here. So yeah, absolutely lovely. And then over there, it's actually a rose bed, so it's not part of the winter walk, but again, you've got some absolutely on fire dogwoods there. Just look at those. Absolutely stunning. And so yeah, so we come down, and again, classic silver birch, Himalayan birch with the lovely white bark. Just absolutely amazing. Oh, and we've got some early primulas here. They're flowering quite early. And beautiful. Jackmontii, Betula utilis. And then again, these look quite newly planted. So again, they'll probably clump up over time and look even better in 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time. But we've got some cyclamen. So again, I've not seen much cyclamen here at the moment. I love the seed heads on that there. I can't remember what it's called. But again, they pick up the light so well. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. And then look at this. Well, oh, the scent from that is just... There's a bit there that's dead, actually. There's a little bit dead, but this is just amazing. I mean, we're only just over halfway through February here, and it's just full of flower. Oh, to die for. Other than maybe lilacs and some of, roses in summer, that's got to be the best scent out there. So there's the kind of main entrance. There's Betty's. You can see people queuing over there for dinner, for lunch. But I'm going to just follow this path round, and then I'm going to come back up there. So again, we've got winter flowering, we've got hebes, which again, hebes have so many different coloured foliage, different varieties with different coloured foliage. But again, there's always something for winter interest there, even though they flower kind of July, August into September. And again, lots of winter flowering heather. Witch hazel. And a lovely willow there. With a lovely silvery. Get that. Get the sun on those. I can hold it still. And the breeze. It's almost like a piece of silver. It's lovely and soft. And again, these lovely, beautiful. Look at the colour on that foliage there. It's knockout. It's absolutely fantastic. So again, just if you're fortunate to live in a place where you can grow a huge wide variety of plants, because you've got a maritime climate, so it never gets really too cold in winter, it never gets really too hot in summer, then you can have all these different plants. Again, winter flowering honeysuckle here. Yep, just getting a bit of a scent from that. More winter flowering heather. Again, lovely old oak tree there. So even though there's so much interest in winter with all the different foliage and different shapes, the different patterns, got geraniums there which will be flowering summer, maybe from May onwards, June, July. In fact, there's some of these geraniums will actually flower kind of really from March onwards. And again, just these lovely shoots here. Look at that. And again, another Daphne that is just about to flower in the next few weeks, I think. It's just not out yet, but again, something to look forward to in another 2 or 3 weeks' time. So we've got a stream and a streamside garden going down there. But we're going to stick in again some more corners there. But we're going to stick with the kind of winter walk area. So we've got some lovely little snowdrops here. Let's just zoom in. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And they will spread over time. Garden is an ever-changing thing. Got some begonia, these will flower March, April time. Again, the foliage in winter, it stays mainly on the plant and just goes a lovely kind of reddy or purpley colour. Got the stream flowing. Got some bamboo here. Look at this, lovely witch hazel. Yeah, but I can't smell that. I think it might be a little bit too cold for the witch hazel. Again, just look at the foliage. That winter flowering heather there. Right, that's what I was talking about with these. Can't remember the name of them. But look at the light, the sunlight coming through there, and then we've got some early flowering daffodils just behind them. Absolutely beautiful. Just look at that. How gorgeous is that? Eh? So beautiful. But you're wrapped up well, you don't mind the cold, you know. It's just lovely. Again, lots of hellebores. And some more fiery corners. They don't really do much here. If they're in the shade, these will be kind of on fire in the summer when the sun's not in summer, in the morning when the sun's over in the east, which is there, but at this time we're too late in the day and it's kind of a bit shaded out. We've got some more snowdrops here. And they look like they're almost over, actually. Galanthus. And I love this conifer. This, just how it moves in the breeze, and it's lovely long tassels. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just come around here, because I think just around here was where another beautiful, oh, we've got some early iris down here. Let's just try and zoom in. Lovely rich blue there. And again, these are on fire in the afternoon now because the sun's on them. Look at that. And then again, this Daphne. Beautiful, beautiful. There's two. There's an evergreen, and then there's a deciduous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. They do like a bit of protection. They don't like a windy, exposed position. So if you've noticed, they are quite often planted against the kind of evergreen hedge that gives them a bit more shelter. What time are we on? 22. And again, another one. Absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can get that. Look at that. Smell that. Go on, smell that. It's just gorgeous. Oh, yes. Sorry, can't get enough of Daphne. And then again, this, oh yeah, you've got the lovely purple of the small iris there. You just, yeah, and then the early daffodils with the blue foliage of the daffodils contrasting really nicely against these lovely lime green corners. And then the yellow flowers picking up that kind of lime greenness of the cornus bark there, and probably being a kind of, you know, just connecting to it almost. Sound a bit arty-farty, but yeah, you can see what they're trying to do. So yeah, so I'll just go back on wide angle. And again, lovely, lovely hellebores. Really, really kind of almost bring spring early into the garden, because they do flower quite early. They can be flowering in January if it's a mild winter. You've got a little blackbird there looking for grubs. And again, that lovely yellowy conifer. And of course, as the light changes throughout the year, throughout spring and summer, and then autumn again, as the sun gets higher in the sky and drops lower, the foliage will change colour, the leaves will come on a lot of the plants, giving a completely different perspective. So you won't see the bark in 2 or 3 months' time. You know, it'll be other things that will be leaves, foliage, flowers that will be important. And it's that change that I absolutely love, that I adore, of living in somewhere that's got a, hello Mr. Robin, or Mrs. Robin, that's got a temperate climate. Now I don't know what tree this is, but those flowers there are quite gorgeous. Don't know if I can use my zoom to, I don't know if it'll focus, but those are quite beautiful. And this grass again, as it comes, will be completely different throughout the rest of the year. And again, some more early daffodils. So I think what I will do is I will go down here, because I'm going back on myself now a little bit. I just kind of want to keep with the winter theme. Hydrangea there, again giving some structure in winter by keeping, only helping to protect the plant and providing a habitat for wildlife. Leave the dead stems on until really maybe now, or maybe March, April time even. I think I'm going to walk along the river, so the stream rather, back up to where I started from, so that we've kind of got a bit of a circular walk. So this is the kind of streamside garden. So we've gone from the winter walk there, but even so, the reason I'm going this way, you'll find out in a bit. This has been newly done. This was done, I think, last year. So all this is kind of quite newly planted. So again, like I said with my Sheffield Botanical Gardens video, I'm hoping to come back at least once again this year to RHS Harlow Carr, if not once every season, so that'd be 4 times in a year, to see different parts of the garden and how the garden's changed over the year. But that depends on the weather, it depends on my time. And various other things that are sometimes beyond your control. You might be able to hear now, the wind just seems to have picked up a little bit. It's quite strong, it's quite cold, because it is an easterly wind. When the wind comes from Europe, it's always colder than when it comes from the Atlantic. Winter, you get wind coming over land, is always colder than coming over the sea. And yeah, it's a southeasterly, well, an easterly actually. So yeah, so here we are. You know, we've got some quite old witch hazels there, and again, this is more like what I expected to see in the winter walk. This number of these kind of large swathes of galanthus, of snowdrops, and again, providing that winter interest is this hydrangea, the last year's flowers. Just provide that contrast, something of interest there. Yeah. And again, we've got what I think is a winter flowering honeysuckle. Yeah, just a little bit of scent from that again. Look at these lovely little kind of almost frosted buds there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
So yeah, and again, as the years go on, this should fill out even more. Of course, hydrangea flower from kind of July right through summer into autumn. So again, there's a excuse me, a load of colour for later in the year. Excuse me. Not the best time to get something stuck in the back of your throat. It's a lovely little waterfall there, lovely little stream. So, as I say, there's an education centre over there. There is a kind of, almost like a kind of chill out area, play area for kids inside. Big windows so they can see outside, get lots of sunlight. Quite nice and warm in there without any heating. And this is what's called the Queen Mother Lake, obviously named after the Queen Mother. So yeah, so I'm back at the top. Well, what time are we on? 32. Okay, I think I'm gonna carry on for a bit. So for another 15 minutes maybe, I'm going to take a walk along here. Because even though we're going into the woodland area now, there are quite a few snowdrops along here, so let's just carry on and enjoy what this part of the garden brings. Again, some fantastic dogwoods, osmanthus. And I don't want to film the play area, but you know, you can't avoid kids here, it's half term. I suppose I could have stopped recording and started recording again, but there you go. So yeah, so let's go down into this part of the woodland. So again, lots of spring bulbs coming through, lots of daffodils. I'm sure there'll be bluebells as well later on. So daffodils for March, April, bluebells for April, May. Again, sarcococca. Sweet box. Lovely, lovely. These beautiful, beautiful. Snowdrops. Oh, euonymus. You see, this will be on fire come September, October next year. It's a shrub that really doesn't do much for a lot of the year, other than you've got this really weird kind of almost square bark. It's got kind of wings on it almost. And you sometimes get these nice seed heads on it, but really it's kind of early autumn when it really lights up in reds and oranges and almost pink, fiery kind of pinky colour. Really spectacular. But the rest of the year it's not really showy. Again, there's such a variety of plants. Skimmia japonica, Cornus, Florida, Davidii, handkerchief tree. We're so fortunate as to what we can grow in this country, what will do well in this country. And that gives you such a long season of interest if you're into plants. Let's just let's go on standard there. Oh, just a little bit of cyclamen there. Because again, I've not really seen much cyclamen. Oh, this is a lovely little area. It's got a nice little bench there. Got a lovely little rhododendron, Burivii. Okay, interesting. Like to see that when it's in flower. Again, lots of rhododendrons, April, May into June. Well, that's not narcissus. Again, that witch hazel. It's lovely. Again, the size of these rhododendrons, when they're in flower, it'll just be a fantastic colour palette. So yeah, if you want to see some lovely rhododendrons, just please click on my videos at I think Maytime at Wentworth Castle, and also at Lee Gardens or Lee Valley Gardens. Get that is just beautiful. Just the shape of that with the leaves coming out in that lovely kind of fan shape. It's just gorgeous. Nice shady seat in summer. Right, I think I'll just have a quick look up here. Again, look at the size of that. I'm not sure if that's one plant or a number, but they're pretty big anyway. Yeah, I think there's a few more snowdrops over this way. So the RHS has 5 gardens in the country. This is the most northern one at Harlow, Carr in North Yorkshire. The other 4 really are down south. One's in Devon, I think. One's in Kent. Another couple around London. But Kew Gardens, which is pretty much the main garden in London, is apparently not a part of the RHS. It's its own standalone garden, and that's where a lot of the research is done. But the RHS does have an educational remit, and also a research arm. Yeah, there's some more here. Again, they're not as extensive as I would have expected. If you go to some estates, when you see snowdrops at this time of year, it sounds like I'm being critical, and I'm not. It's just I'm not really comparing light with light, because some estates have literally a carpet through their woodlands, through their borders, almost as far as the eye can see, in a similar way to how you see bluebells, as just this almost monoculture through a garden. And so this is nice, this is very good. And obviously as a garden it has to, rather than a kind of country estate, as a garden it has to have as wide a variety of plants throughout the year as possible. But I would still expect to see yeah, lovely little sitting area there. And some magnolias ready to come out, April time. I would still expect to see probably more snowdrops than what I'm seeing, but again, it's a development over time as they plant new areas and bring bulbs in and whatever. It takes time. All these look quite newly planted, and they will eventually spread. And look more impactful. I think that is pretty much it, actually. So, time we on 42 minutes. So I think just where this winter flowering honeysuckle is, and this lovely stream over this bridge, I think I'm going to stop recording here. So as usual, another one here, winter flowering honeysuckle. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and please comment and ask questions or whatever, if there's anything that you would like to know. So from Harlow, Carr in North Yorkshire, I'll say bye for now. Bye for now.